This one is called the pants. Take 8.
Did anyone see my can of Filberts?
Welcome to the funniest thing. Where each week we
share stories about how stepping out boldly
always leads to better than expected
yes.
outcomes. We're a little off balance because although Unity Village locked us out,
That's right.
we broke into middle school studios.
Yes.
And we decided we're going to have to broadcast on our own.
Because believe me, this show's equally or more important to us that we do it each week for our well-being
Yes.
as it is to anyone who might be listening or watching.
Yes, because it keeps us centered. Otherwise, we're nuts.
Yeah, exactly. So we got together, broke into middle school studios, and are putting together a quick episode for your liking. And today's episode is called...
It is called A Should Read Does Not Equal a Good Read.
Well, as always, let's get started with 3 breaths, shall
Oh,
we?
yeah. What do we got today?
Today's 3 breaths. Let's see. Super easy. I let go of the crap and fly free.
Nice.
Yeah, because we're going to give a tip later about that.
Yeah,
So
and I'm actually feeling a lot of crap now because we're not used to being on camera.
Let's
So I
take
gotta
a
let
deep
go
breath.
of that crap.
Let's first take that clearing breath. I let go of the crap and fly free.
I let go of the crap and fly free.
I let go of the crap and fly free. Hey, we don't have Jeff Comfort. You better do it.
That was easy.
That's right. We're flying without our sound man, Jeff Comfort.
Yes. And without our normal guests like Laura Harvey.
Yeah, we don't have Laura Harvey, but we do have... Didn't you have a little voiceover from Florence Scovel?
Oh, that's right. Florence Scovel wanted to let everybody know
That's
a
right.
simple message.
Yes.
Let's see. It's here on my phone. She emailed it to me from across the ethers.
That's right.
The ethers is the only way to fly. Here we go.
I hear a cat.
I do too. Well, Florence. Oh, here we are.
Okay.
Here we
I
are.
thought she was like that singing frog.
Love. Every man on this planet is taking his initiation in love.
Wow. That
we
was
sure
nice
are.
of her.
I know. Thank you, Florence.
I got a little nervous when we didn't hear her at first.
I know. That whole volume function on the phone, that feature is sometimes elusive. So today's daily word, this is the paper version for those of you who have never seen it before.
That's right.
Kapow!
And if you are a listener and you'd like to subscribe to Daily Word, just
That's
go
right.
to dailyword.com
Yes.
and you can subscribe and get it on your phone as an app
Right.
that we have, or in addition, get the paper one. We like the paper one because you can read it
Yeah.
when you do your morning routine. We carry them with us. Actually, Ed, neither one of us lives in this studio, so Ed actually brought his. He keeps it with him in his car.
It's
I keep
true.
mine in my back pocket.
And I love having both because, like I recently shared on an episode, sometimes they pop up on my phone unbeknownst to me
Yes.
at the perfect moment. So today's daily word, which is perfect because we were going to send a shout out to our
Sound
man, Jeff Comfort, who each week takes
Takes
us
us
right into the comfort zone. Yeah! Because today's word of the day is comfort. And it goes like this. I rest in the comfort of spirit. When the weather is cold, I might find myself bundling up at home with extra blankets, turning up the thermostat, or warming myself in front of a crackling fire. I appreciate these resources as they greatly enhance my feelings of ease, comfort, and stability. However, this may not always be my experience. Sometimes it can seem like life has rudely yanked off my cozy blankets and thrown me out in the cold. At such times, I am grateful for my faith. Instead of yearning for outer conditions to change, I rest in the true source of my comfort, divine spirit within me. Even in the midst of the roughest winter, I am warmed by the faith and encouraged by the presence of the divine. This is my comfort in my distress, that your promise gives me life, says Psalm 119:50. Oh my goodness.
I had to really use that today. I felt, for some reason, I was getting all negative thinking. And instead of just going, well, this is just the way it is.
Right.
You know, I had read that in the morning. And that's the thing. If you start reading these on a regular basis,
Yes.
you know, and we're going to get into getting rid of should reads that don't necessarily mean good reads, but just doing this little stuff, going straight to God, seeking comfort in these, you know, in these readings that are easy to do. Mm-hmm. Then later on in my day, when I was feeling really down not too long ago, instead of caving in, going, well, I can't deal with this, and, you know, when we broke into middle school studios, I discovered that I accidentally locked a cat in here. And there was, and this episode was really going to stink. So I had to get the cat out and everything the cat left. But instead of that, I said, you know what? I'll just do the next right thing. And I walked up the hill, cleared my head. I feel like a different person. Right. But had I not read these things, you know, then I'd start believing those thoughts in my head. Yes. And it's almost like I know now I could choose my thoughts. Yes. And these readings kind of help.
And Emmett Fox was talking exactly about that.
Oh,
that
that's
was
right.
And I needed it as well today because I had a lot of crappy thoughts and feelings coming up. And Emmett Fox today was all about choosing to think positively, not spending a moment in the negativity.
That's right.
You know, as best you can anyway. And just like you, having that little reminder to give me that little boost of encouragement. Because if I didn't read these things, I would say, what's the use?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't even know.
Right? Because I might have the idea. I know it could be better. But by reading these readings in the morning, I get that inspired, someone else lovingly giving me the encouragement. Right. It's okay, Ed. You're on the right track.
Right. Because then I start thinking, because before learning this, I would just think days were bad or days were good. I didn't know I had the conscious choice. And if all the books on our good read list are simple, easy, direct to the source, fun to read books.
Yeah, because both of us have read tons and tons of books.
Speaking of.
Yeah, I got a master's in spiritual psychology. We read a ton of things, and those were fine at that time, but over time, we have dummied down big time. We basically read the ones that tell us, go straight to the source, go straight to God. Get really simple. Yes. Right? Be kind to ourselves.
Yeah,
and
be
others.
A firm and loving parent to ourselves. So all our books that we suggest, if you go to goodreads.com, are very simple, but sometimes Darrell and Ed get intoxicated at spiritual bookstores.
That's true.
And since it's the end of the year, and it's funny because even though I haven't read these books in probably a year, and they're too much for me to even read, I still think, well, I should read these. I don't really want to get rid of them because maybe I should read it. And as soon as I think I should read it, that should be a sign I get rid of it. Yes, because a should read is not a good read.
That's right.
You're shitting all over your reading.
That's right.
But here's the thing. When you're cleaning out your stuff for the new year, a simple tool I use is if it's replaceable and you haven't used it in 6 months, get rid of it. And I'll fall on the sword. I'm not afraid to show people some of the things some of the should reads I accidentally bought in a spiritual blackout, like Professional Hypnotism Manual. That goes. Oh, here's a good one. Tell me this one wouldn't suck you in. Hidden Power, How to Unleash the Power of Your Subconscious. Yeah, by James K. Van Fleet. I don't know what. Get rid of it. This one I must have bought in a blackout spiritual.
See, we love this one. If the cover was all white and it said that on it, we'd love it. Having a shadowy figure, that does not make me feel good.
No. And some books you may think you know the author.
Right. Yeah. The only thing was, this one was allegedly written by God, but I noticed that it still costs $15, and I'm not sure if God has a bank account like that it goes straight to God. So
get rid of it. And Success is Not an Accident.
Yes.
Well, Give them to a friend, unload them, Goodwill.
Yes.
But get them out of the house. You don't need that. Lighten the burden.
Yeah, and sometimes it could be a new book. My loving mother-in-law gave me this book, which was, she even admitted she wasn't sure if I was going to like it.
Right.
And I gave it I flipped through a few pages, and the litmus test is I felt worse after I read a few pages. So this is my book.
What's the title of that one?
That one's called Pop Cultured.
Thinking
And,
Christianly about style.
Yeah, thinking Christianly about style, media, and entertainment, which I thought could be just like
could
our
be
show,
positive,
right?
yeah.
Could be something positive, but it felt more like, it's a scary world out there, Ed. Let me make sure you know who's coming after you, and I'll protect you. Yes.
Throw that out. People have good intentions. We have good intentions even for ourselves.
Yes.
But now's the end of the year. 'Tis the season to get rid of the should reads and just keep the good reads.
That's right. It should be simple, uplifting.
That's right.
It should be more about for me, one of the things is more about the principles than the person who wrote it, right?
That's true. And especially if it has a good cover.
I know, I was going to say. This right here by none other than Darrell Fazaro.
And this leads right to my funniest thing.
But see, the thing that I like about your book is you tell personal anecdotes, but it still comes back to principles that everyone can easily apply. And let me tell you, on Christmas Day, I was sitting on the sofa and I looked over and my brother was reading through his new copy of that book, and it brought a really good feeling to me because he was just sincerely looking through it and it seemed like he was hooked on it.
Oh, great.
Yes.
And the reason I brought this up, seeing that it's got simple drawings that anyone can enjoy, nothing complicated.
Yes.
Because I actually made this book as a book that I would enjoy reading. And that's when you're doing anything in art.
Yes.
If you're doing something artistic, don't do what you think other people enjoy. Do what you would enjoy.
Yes.
Well, the reason I brought this up because it leads to my funniest thing.
Okay.
And this is very exciting. I was at the Warner Brothers called me because they have posters. I used to work for Warner Brothers, and they still send me movie posters because now I give them to Sister Rose, our favorite nun,
Right.
at the Pauline bookstore because she reviews movies. And funniest thing, you can't plan this stuff. My book just came out last month. What If Godzilla Just Wanted a Hug? Warner Brothers is going to have a blockbuster movie, Godzilla, coming out this May.
Perfect.
I know people like what do you call those success seminars would probably think, see what Fazaro did?
Yes.
He kept his fingers in the waters over at Warner Brothers.
That's
and
right.
Son. That's why he picked the title. I had nothing to do with this, and this is how everything works when you just follow
That's
your
right.
hunches and
That's
step
right.
out boldly.
That's right. My funniest thing happened on Christmas Day. We were driving to my folks' house in Tustin, and we got off the freeway, and so for some reason my wife and son were talking about their favorite pies and their least favorite pies. And one of the least favorite pies was chocolate cream pie or something, chocolate pie like that. And
So who didn't like that?
Elliot didn't like it. I don't think Jen liked it either, and I'm not a big fan myself.
Right.
So we're talking about that, but then that led us to one of my favorite pies, which I never thought I would like, is key lime pie with a graham cracker crust.
Yeah.
And we were going off about how much we loved it, and we forgot about it until, it's like 5 hours later when it came time for my mother to serve the pie with after dinner for dessert. The pies were chocolate cream pie and key lime pie with graham cracker crust.
But wait, and that's something that
We've never had those
that
before.
Mama Biagiotti ever served
No,
before.
we've never had those before, and it was delicious.
But this just goes to show, like, everyone could say, oh, that's just coincidence, but the power of our thoughts really attract.
Right. And it gives me the feeling and the reminder that I am not alone, I'm connected, and that all is well.
There's one last thing.
What?
From a old Daily Word. I
Yes.
actually posted it online early, and it's, I use the power of praise. I aim the power of praise at the things I want. Was that it?
I'm not sure.
I posted it this morning, so my brain. We don't have. That's why we continue to read this stuff over and over. But anyway, it was an oldie but goodie, and we'll figure that out.
And it was talking about how we magnify the things we desire by appreciating them in the world. And
Yes,
and we attract them.
Yes.
You know what? Gabby's coming in, and she's got something that she wants to share
Let me
right
get-
quick.
Gabby,
Bring it in.
where is the postal pitbull?
Roof, 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 roof. Ah, it's Gabby.
Well, she's
Did she give you the letter?
Yes.
Somehow it ended up on my phone here.
Oh, good.
And it is from Laura in Colorado Springs, the Unity in the Rockies. And she says, "Hi guys, just wanted to say hello and wish you both a healthy, happy, and prosperous holiday season and share a story. I recently purchased a new car at a dealership that after the fact I found out others didn't have such a positive experience. Well, let me tell you, I kept hearing you guys in my head. Keep blessing the people involved no matter what. And like you said, I had a better than expected outcome. Nice. They honored their verbal promises after I bought the car when they didn't have to, with ease and grace. Now I can travel the 1,100 miles to my sister's for Christmas with no worries and good gas mileage. Any prayers you want to send my way for my safe, clear, and dry roads between Colorado and northern Illinois will be greatly appreciated. Keep up the good work. Enjoy a magnificent day. Blessings." Laura.
That's the thing. Life, and this is a Eric Butterworth thing. Life always flows in a positive direction. And if we swim with the current by blessing situations, oh, look, here she's back.
Gabby.
Just
hello.
Some of our fans at home can see.
Yes.
Gabby, the postal pit bull, really does deliver our mail.
Oh, yeah.
But when we bless things instead of fight them,
Yes.
they always work out better than
It brings
expected.
all the best parts of anything, anyone, any experience right to the front.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to deal with is the best parts. So, in conclusion from today's show, we came up with a little jingle. Remember?
Yes.
If you don't read it, you don't need it. Throw it out. Throw it out.
Subscribe to the Funniest Thing podcast on iTunes. It's easy. Just go to the iTunes store or to the iTunes app on your phone. We love to hear from you. Send all of your stories, comments, and suggestions to funniestthing at unityonlineradio.org. Follow us on Twitter at Darrell and Ed. And find the Funniest Thing fan page on Facebook and like it. Thank you for being a part of Funniest Thing on Unity Online Radio.
Yeah.
Oh, outro music.
Outro music. Here we go.